My name is Joe Hayes, and I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota. So I came across Steve through social media. He's really active on Instagram, just sharing his passion for old windows and the craft that he's helping to revive. Being, in the business myself, I've reached out to him with a few questions, and I've been struck by how open and how helpful he is. And so he and I have developed a relationship just as tradespeople, having conversations, being a resource to each other, and then helping, for me, coming down to help him with the workshops as well. So, yeah. Yeah, so the relationship I have with Steve has really inspired me to be more of an advocate for old windows rather than simply servicing windows on the houses of people who reach out to me for help. It's helped me really develop a voice where I feel more like an advocate, where we're saving something that's really worth saving, and I feel empowered as a teacher, just to see the passion that Steve has, to be kind of brought into that fold of this community of craftspeople who want to share and who want to inspire others. It's really helped me to kind of embrace that teaching role, both as I bring on new people as part of my team when I hire, and then also just in sharing kind of the nuances of old windows with homeowners. I really enjoy just inviting people over when I have their windows open and saying, hey, let's take a look at this. Let me show you what's going on. Do you ever hear that tinkle of weights in your when you open and close your window? To open up that window, that weight pocket, and see the weights there. It just helped me kind of see opportunities for education and to embrace that. So I think events like this are huge in connecting people. The relationships that are formed here are really fun because we are coming from, all different backgrounds, whether we're homeowners who are really involved with DIY projects, or we're homeowners who are, just sort of getting started with some of these bigger projects. Maybe we're builders who, we have an extensive remodeling background, but don't know much about old windows, but are starting to develop an appreciation. Or maybe we've really been focused in on this craft for a while. It's these workshops are real connectors in that it brings all these different types of people together. To share knowledge, to learn, to teach, just to, I guess to find a common connection around these old windows and the improvements that can be made to them. Yeah, that's a really good question. I mean, I think workshops like this are a big part of it. I think it's just a matter of, establishing that voice of advocacy, kind of planting that seed in people to go back and not just work on their own windows, but to be in touch with their local preservation commissions, to get out to meetings, really get involved locally to find out, well, what's going on in their own community, and where can they be a voice for preservation. One of the best things that we can do as a community of people who appreciate what these old windows can become is to recognize that there's so much that we can do to make these windows beautiful again. There's so much that we can do to increase the operability, to make them operate smoothly, and we can make them weather or energy efficient as well. And so, we got to make sure that we're talking about that. When we hear people in our communities, whether it's our friends, our neighbors, our family, asking questions like, oh, I'm gonna, who should I use to replace my window? Or, oh, like what company did you use when you got new windows? Well, that's a time to tell somebody, hey, have you considered restoration? There's so much that we can do to improve these windows. So I just love that we have this community of people who are building a building and gaining appreciation for this work that we're doing. And so we just need to make sure that those conversations are happening and that that restoration is getting on the radar of people with old windows, because it's a shame that these windows are ending up in the dumpster or in the landfill when there's no reason that they can't be serviced and last another 100 years.
That's great. That's awesome.